Okay, hi guys. First off, I just have to apologise for my absence of late. I just, when you start to think about things too much, you never end up doing them. And that's what I've been. Well, I fell into that trap again. Thinking too much about the videos, and that leads to problems because you're just too absorbed on getting it right instead of just making the content. I think the best videos are those that seem effortless. Like, my last one was the violin, and that was done in one take, and I think it's one of my best. But I really like to get back to my photography videos, because it just gives me something to talk about. And in this instance, it's a video that I shot when I was in New Zealand last year. It's this place just outside of Auckland, about an hour's drive. Ever since I saw the movie, The Piano, those beach scenes, if you know what I'm talking about, it just looked incredible, like the whole landscape. And I went to New Zealand because of I wanted to see where The Lord of the Rings was shot. But the thing about New Zealand is there's been a lot of great movies shot there, and they really utilise the landscape because it's so diverse. And in this instance, it's the black sand beach. It's a very famous beach. The sand is, I don't know, it's because of the volcanoes in the area. Like, Auckland is built on many dormant volcanoes. It's very, like, you wouldn't think that when you're walking around. But the climate is just perfect. It's what I like. Compared to what I'm dealing with right now, as I talk to you, we're going through summer, and that's another reason why I haven't been making videos. I get very depressed. It always occurs around summer. It's the heat. I really need to get out of this place, because the heat just is so exhausting. You don't even want to be awake, really, unless you like swimming. You just lay in your bed, and you're sweating. And even if you have the fan going non-stop, it's still unrelenting. You can't even go outside. It's just a very draining few months. I know that in Europe they have the opposite, where it's dark much of the year, and people get depressed because they don't see sunlight. It's kind of the opposite here. We get too much sunlight, as well. And I feel that I lost my way of thinking because I haven't been making videos, and making videos really helps me in talking through problems, and the solutions sometimes just come to me out of nowhere. Like I could be just talking about something and then the idea hits me without even trying. So, getting back to the video, well, I want to focus on returning to activities that you enjoy. If you're stressed out, it could be because something's happening in your life that is making you upset, making you feel sick, and even when you go and do things that you enjoy, they just don't seem right. You just can't snap out of that mood. That's how I've been feeling lately, and I just felt like I couldn't get out of it. Everything was just too much. So I just started to speak to people in my life and just tell them what was going on with myself. And I asked them, you know, how do you get through these experiences yourself? And I've got some really good advice. So back to my story. I just spoke to a lot of people in my life and just asked them how did they get through really rough patches. And even if you don't have a solution just yet, even just talking about how you're feeling is such a big relief. Like, I would keep all my problems to myself and not talk about them, and just keep them bottled up. And I think it all just accumulated, and it just exploded, and I felt really sick, and I just had no appetite for about 3 weeks. And that's only been recently. So, I mean, some things you don't have control over, like the weather, how that was affecting me. But other things, they do improve. All you have to do is start getting things in motion. That can be as simple as just ignoring things that bother you. I mean, that's easier said than done, but just telling people who are close to you so they know what's going on with you and your thoughts. So what I do is, I've mentioned how much I hate summer, so I look at videos like this, and it really takes me back. This was shot in winter, and winter is my favourite season, or spring, or autumn. I just hate summer. Well, I don't mind the beginning of summer, but when it gets just too unbearable, that's when I don't like it. But winter is perfect for me because I love the cold weather. I love this video was just the tranquility of the water, the skies, the clouds, everything about it. It's just perfect. So this beach has been used in many films as well, and you can see the water coming off as the waves crash onto the beach. You can see them climbing up the sprays, climbing up the side of the mountains. But just the water is so calm in these little rivers. Like, I think someone mentioned that a lot of the rivers, this one in particular, flow directly into the ocean, and I really wanted to get to the other side of the beach, but this small little narrow bit of water was blocking it, and I couldn't really get across. But you can see the colour of the sand is very black and dark, and the rocks as well. So I find that watching videos like this really help calm me down and forget about what's going on outside. It's weird how different seasons can affect your mood. Like, spring is all about regenerating your life and aspects of your life. They say that winter is probably the most miserable kind of season, but I feel very different about that. I love the rain. I love listening to the rain. It's very soothing, and I mean, everyone has their different feelings about that, but that's mine. I've got to say that I was a bit apprehensive about making this video, but just by talking about it, I know I'm kind of rattling on a bit, but just even talking about it helps me feel much better. But yeah, I wish I could go back to this beach. I know I wanted to see this location, and this was on the very last day of my trip, and I was scrambling to find a way to visit it, and I just happened to land on a half-day tour, and I'm so appreciative that I got to see this. I thought, if I didn't see it, I'd have to come back, but, well, I'd love to go back anyway. It's also a very popular surfing location, and it can also be very dangerous. It's one of the most dangerous beaches in the world, I think, but it just looks incredible. You can see the reflections on the sand. I mean, it's so flat. You can see the reflections of the sky. And the great thing about New Zealand is you never know what the weather's going to be like. One minute it could be raining, which I think in the morning it was very heavy rain, but But within a few hours it's cleared, and it's perfect. And I'm really happy that I've gotten back into the swing of things, and I hope to make a lot of new videos. And because once you stop and you forget about it, how great it feels to do this. And I just want to say thanks for watching, and I hope this has been a soothing video for you.